Have you ever felt lonely? In a room full of people? Friends around you? Family around you? Messages on your phone? Conversations every day? From the outside, it looks like you're connected. Yet somehow, you still feel alone. And maybe the hardest part isn't the loneliness itself. It's not knowing why. Because when you're by yourself, loneliness makes sense. But when you're surrounded by people, why does your heart still feel so far away? Maybe you've felt it before. You're sitting with friends. Everyone is laughing. The conversation is flowing. Nothing is wrong. Yet a strange distance remains. You smile. You nod. You participate. But deep down, you feel like an observer, as if you're watching life happen through a window. Close enough to see it. Too far away to truly feel part of it. And no one notices. Because loneliness doesn't always look lonely. Over time, many of us become experts at hiding. We learn which version of ourselves gets accepted. The easygoing version, the strong version, the successful version, the version that never causes problems. And little by little, the mask becomes automatic. People see your smile, but not your sadness. They see your achievements, but not your exhaustion. They see the person you present, not the person you protect. And eventually, people begin loving a version of you that doesn't feel real. Maybe there was a time when you opened up, a time when you trusted people with your feelings. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Perhaps you were misunderstood. Perhaps your pain was dismissed. Perhaps your vulnerability was met with silence. And slowly, without realizing it, you began sharing less. Not because you had nothing to say, but because you stopped believing anyone would truly understand. Many lonely people have something in common. They're the strong ones, the dependable ones, the listeners, the helpers. Everyone comes to them for support. Everyone feels safe around them. But very few people ask, "How are you doing?" And after years of carrying everyone else's burdens, they forget that they were never meant to carry everything alone. The strange thing about emotional walls is that they work. They protect you from judgment. They protect you from disappointment. They protect you from rejection. But they also block something else: connection. Because every wall that keeps pain out also keeps people out. And eventually, the protection that once felt safe begins to feel like a prison. Most people don't fear loneliness. They fear being seen. Being truly seen means allowing someone to know your fears, your insecurities, your doubts, the parts of yourself you've spent years hiding. And that's terrifying. Because if someone rejects the mask, it hurts. But if someone rejects the real you, it feels personal. So we keep hiding, and loneliness grows. Here's the realization that changes everything. Maybe you're not lonely because nobody is around. Maybe you're lonely because nobody truly knows you. And maybe nobody truly knows you because you've spent years making sure they never could. Not intentionally, not maliciously, just quietly, slowly, one hidden feeling at a time. There is a price for pretending, a price for always being okay, a price for always being strong. At first, it feels easier, safer, more comfortable. But over time, something begins to disappear. Authenticity, intimacy, belonging. And eventually, you find yourself surrounded by people, yet starving for connection. Most people think courage means being fearless. But maybe real courage is something else. Maybe real courage is saying, "I'm not okay." Maybe it's admitting, "I need help." Maybe it's allowing someone to see the parts of you you've spent years hiding. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. and humans were never designed to heal alone. Healing rarely happens all at once. It begins with small moments, an honest conversation, a genuine answer, a feeling shared instead of buried, a wall lowered instead of strengthened, and slowly something beautiful begins to happen. People stop connecting with your mask and start connecting with you, the real you, the imperfect you, the human you. Maybe the deepest loneliness isn't having nobody around. Maybe it's spending years hiding who you really are, waiting for someone to understand you, waiting for someone to see you, waiting for someone to know you, while never letting anyone truly meet you. Because the walls that protect you can also imprison you, and the mask that keeps you safe can also keep you alone. Healing begins the moment you stop performing, the moment you stop hiding, the moment you stop believing that you must earn connection. Because you were never meant to carry everything alone. And maybe, just maybe, the connection you've been searching for begins the moment you let the real you be seen. Not the perfect you, not the strong you, just you. And sometimes, that's enough, more than enough. Loneliness fades when authenticity begins.